Dear students, I will give you some comments on your work. And by looking at your title, I can see that you have an idea of the variables of your research. You have the influence of L1 on the development of the speaking skills. But one thing that I would strongly recommend in your title is to omit, please, the name of the institution and the time, the place. It's not necessary here. Please don't even mention in any part of the document due to ethical reasons. This is a research that is focusing on one problematic issue, and we don't want to reveal private information of the institution. And you can rephrase your title by saying influence of L1 on the development of speaking skills, of English speaking skills in elementary school students. And that's it. Of course, the idea is to identify the population, but in a general way. If you want to tackle on fifth year students, well, you can put that in the context. If you want to say during the academic year 2022-23, okay, add that in the context section. So information that is not relevant should not be in titles. In the general objective, you say that you want to investigate the influence of the L1 on speaking ability. Okay, it's much better here. But you don't have to say in children who acquire English as a foreign language. Again, you copy the title and just add an active verb. And the same objective is going to be in the purpose statement. Okay? Again, omit name of the institution in the purpose statement as well. Now, in the quantitative research question, you're saying what are the aspects of L1 that are influencing the development of English speaking ability of fifth grade students. Okay, so far we have the quantitative research question, but I need to find out in the methods to collect data, okay, how you are going to find out that. Okay, it says structured interviews will be used to collect data. Okay, but who is going to answer this quantitative survey? Okay, because if you are talking about students of fifth grade, do you think the students of fifth grade will be able to provide all the information about the different aspects that are influencing the development of English speaking skills? Okay, so here you're not clarifying that. In the qualitative part, you're saying how do teachers perceive the influence of L1 during a speech development process in children? Here is much clearer because you're saying the teachers. Now, when I go down to the qualitative data collection section, you say that you will be carrying out observations. Okay, the observations, and you will also have a structured interview. In qualitative part, we cannot have structured interviews. We have the opposite. So please be careful with that. So you are not paying attention to details and the consistency that the methods to collect data should have with the research questions. Now, the mixed method research question, unfortunately, is not correct. So I noticed that you guys did not read the material, did not listen to the video conference recordings, and well, if this is not correctly written, the next time I will have to lower a lot of points. Literature review is not just one whole text. Remember, it has a structure. It contains introduction, information about variable 1, and information about variable 2. The idea is not just to copy, okay, references and put it in a list. Okay, that is not correct. You really have to take only the main references that support the issue that you have chosen. You have to make the authors talk. That's why you have to use parenthetical and narrative in text citation. You are including, for example, references of 1994, 1999, and you are not meeting the requirements. Please read the instructions. So you really have to rephrase this whole literature review, because the way it is, it doesn't really look like a good and literature review that really shows that you have paid close attention to each one of the details and conveys all the important information of each one of the variables. Um, Methodology, again, the design that you are choosing really is really going to help you lead the data collection process. And you say that you want to use the conversion mixed method research design. So based on that, and you will follow the process. I did not ask you to tell me about the analysis or something like that, or the integration of data. So at this point, it's not really relevant. Again, in the context of participants, um, you say that for the qualitative phase, you will have an intentional sample. Okay, so please, it's not an intentional sample. So try to find the appropriate word for that. And the participants were three teachers. You're not writing appropriately, because you are writing as if you had already done the research. Okay, so you cannot write in the past. And then you are going to have the survey with the fifth year children, seven children. But again, I don't think a survey would be appropriate with these children. Since you are going to do observation, you're not really mentioning how you're going to do that. And then you have an informed consent, but the informed consent is not signed, so it's not valid. You're not presenting your informed consent.